Hey, I'm Ellie. So, total physical response sounds a bit wordy, doesn't it? But I'm sure you've heard of TPR. The core concept of TPR is that the teacher gives oral commands, and the students respond by following the commands with physical actions. This is why some people may say the teacher acts as a director and the students serve as actors in TPR. Alright, let's now go straight to the classroom. At the beginning of the first class, the teacher starts off by introducing how TPR works. This is something the teacher might say.
Learning a second language is like learning your first language. Just like when we were babies, we don't need to speak up right away, we just listen. I won't use your first language, but my body language will help you understand.
Then the teacher may start giving commands like,
Go to the door, wave your hands.
the teacher will also demonstrate, being a model for students to copy. So the students can listen to the commands and imitate what the teacher does. The teacher may first choose some students as imitators and the others as observers. So those who are shy or a bit confused can learn or imitate through observing what their peers do first. When the observers show a good understanding of what's going on, the teachers can ask one of the students to be the model. The rest become imitators. The teacher then turns into the monitor. Whether it's being the monitor or the model, the teacher can evaluate the students based on the ability to follow the commands given. Now you might be wondering, if the class is all about actions, are textbooks or any other materials needed in TPR? Well, yes and no. And that starts with the no. In the beginning of the first few classes, the teacher only needs to use their voice, actions, and gestures. And then yes, as the class progresses, the teacher will start using materials like realia, pictures, slides, word charts, and kits. These kits provide specific environments for the commands. For instance, if the command is to
Put the stove in the kitchen.
the kits that depict a kitchen environment can be particularly helpful. As for the syllabus, a structure-based and grammar-based syllabus is followed. A side note here. What is a structure-based syllabus? A structure-based syllabus focuses on teaching language structures, so the grammar rules and vocabulary are taught in a systematic and predetermined order. By using a structure-based syllabus, we can infer that a strong emphasis on accuracy is placed in TPR. And if the focus is on accuracy, the teacher will correct students when they make mistakes, right? The answer is a definite no this time. Why? TPR is based on a humanistic pedagogy. A humanistic pedagogy aims to reduce the stress of learning a second language, the game-like movements, and focus on treating learners like babies with undemanding linguistic production aligned with this goal. Moreover, errors are not corrected because doing so can make L2 speakers more anxious. To further reduce stress, teachers may incorporate humor and give silly commands like
Take out the toothbrush and jump. Make like a bird and fly.
Now, you may have realized TPR, like the direct method, believes learning L2 is like learning L1. We start from listening and then move on to the other three skills, speaking, reading, and writing. Reading and writing are not the focus, and they are mostly dependent on the commands in class. Students may either practice reading simple texts related to the commands learned in class, or write short commands and then perform the physical actions associated with them. The commands activate the right brain for processing visual and auditory information. This results in a natural and memorable language learning experience as the physical actions help reinforce the language being learned. In fact, the right brain plays a more dominant role in language acquisition for young learners. It's time to discuss the limitations of this method. The use of commands limits the range of vocabulary and grammar that can be taught. While it can effectively teach verbs and action words, it may not provide as much exposure to all aspects of language, such as adjectives and adverbs. The grammar taught through this method primarily focuses on the use of imperative and interrogative forms. Another limitation is that TPR is most effective at the beginning levels of language proficiency. As learners progress to more advanced levels, TPR may not be sufficient for developing in spontaneous and unrehearsed language skills. And that's it for now. Hope to catch you next time.